Hi, welcome to the Nautilus Spearfishing Workshop. My name's Andrew, and today we'll be replacing the original stock lens on the GoPro housing with our correction lens, and teach you guys how to do it properly without hopefully damaging any of your equipment. So in any case, we'll go over the tools we need to start off with. We got right here our eyeglass repair kit screwdriver, and we got our correction flat lens, which is going to make our underwater picture much nicer, much sharper, and the original GoPro HD housing. So first steps first is we're going to have to remove the 6 screws that hold the frame in place. It consists of a 3-step process. You just got to remove the frame, you got to remove the lens, and then you got to remove the rubber O-ring underneath the lens. So we'll get started. I like to just go like all out, so we're going to actually be using a drill today, a nice 18 volt with a solid, we'll raise the torque on it and make sure we get these screws out. You know what? I'm gonna hang off on that. We'll just use the eyeglass repair kit. So we'll go ahead and start off in a crisscross pattern. Just want to make sure you remove each screw. You want to make sure you don't lose them. These screws are absolutely tiny, and finding a replacement is very difficult, to say the least. So you want to make sure you just kind of go in a crisscross pattern, removing one screw at a time. There we go. We got 3 more to go. Just bear with me, guys. Alright, we got 4 right there. Only 2 more to go. And there it is. So you want to make sure you put them somewhere where you can, where they're clearly visible. You don't want to lose your screws. They're, like I said, they're easy to lose, and replacing them is a pain in the butt. So this is our frame. This comes off. And then we have our lens. And you'll notice the lens is attached to the O-ring. You want to remove that O-ring off the lens. It just peels right off. It's really nice and easy. You want to then put that O-ring inside the GoPro housing again. It has a little groove in it, and it literally just kind of works its way in there and just kind of sits in there nice and snug. Now what we're going to do is get our GoPro flat lens, the correction lens. You want to grab the part where the base is and just put that base on top of the O-ring, as so. Want to make sure you line it up, and boom, there it is. Now what we're going to do is grab the frame. You want to make sure you line up the frame with the screw holes. It's really important that you don't mess around too much with it and kind of get it right off the bat, kind of just like that. So now what we're going to do is grab one of the screws, put it in there, and we're going to try to screw it on there like this. And now we're going to try to line up the other one, and once you get 2 screws in there, the rest will just line up real nice and easy. And there we go. So now we have our frame nice and lined up, and now we'll just go in a crisscross pattern and we'll finish mounting the rest of them. We'll just kind of go ahead and put them in there already. Speed up the process just a little bit. You know, it's funny, we're actually filming with a GoPro, so always find uses for these things. Anyway, you just want to make sure you kind of squeeze that in there. You don't want to over tighten it. If you over tighten it, you might mess up the frame, and if you break that frame, that's no good. So you just want to make sure you make it nice and snug, but not to the point where you're over tightening the actual screw. Nice and snug. There we go. That was pretty good. You want to make sure to do the crisscross patterns, the same thing as when you're removing a car tire. The rim from your car, you just want to use a crisscross pattern. Make sure you distribute the pressure evenly. And there we go. And that is the GoPro flat lens mounted on there. We recommend to always do a quick test before you actually take your camera out and into use. So kind of, if you have a sink, if you have a bathtub, put it in there for an hour or 2. Make sure it doesn't flood. Of course, don't leave the camera in there. And and that's it. You can take this puppy down to about 200 feet and enjoy some awesome picture quality. You want to use the R5 setting, which is the 1080p setting. Gives you the best picture quality. If you use anything under that, you're going to get some vignetting on the sides of the screens. You're going to get little black edges. Just a little bit word of advice. So alright, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to visit the website, nautilusspearfishing.com. And if you have any questions, just email us or call us. Appreciate your time. Thanks a bunch.